A gCADPlus user in the United States runs a design and construct company, and a big emphasis on construct, so design is a relatively small part of his business, but he does have a need to, using some jargon, knock out a design quickly and easily, and he's developed an interesting approach, I think. He has a template which, in the right hand side of the template over here, all of the species that he commonly uses are already associated with a symbol. So if I click on this symbol here, you may be able to see in the properties box. Let me widen it a little. That symbol is attached to the crepe myrtle, and if we have a look on this one over here, that's a Roselia. We've got a porter weed and hydrangea quercifolia and so on. So he's even got a block here of annuals and a scale bar, North Point, and so on. So almost everything that he wants to use in any design is over there on the right hand side of his template, and that enables him to construct a drawing quickly and easily like the one you see. I think he's even put some symbols or some hatching to indicate his planting for grass and so on. Let's have a look at the plant schedule. Let's edit it. So it's one called Florida, and the botanical name, common name and type and code are all entered in there. So you can very quickly generate a design. What he's done is put the symbols in little clumps, so he can just use a crossing window and copy that clump and pop it down into the design, and there's no need to juggle which symbol lies on top of which symbol and so on. His agapanthus is often used in little groups around some edging, so he's got those grouped together. So then he also has on a layout sheet some images of those plants that are used in the design, and that page can be brought into any other design or altered slightly. He's also got layouts for an architectural size sheet and a D size sheet, a large sheet. There are two floating viewports. This one here contains the plant schedule. Let's go back here. So if I select it, I think I need to zoom in a little and pick. He's made the frame of the floating viewport colour 255 or white so that it won't stand out, and the logo is already as a block, ready to just dive in there and edit the block and put it in the client name, location, and so on. So I think you can agree that's a pretty quick way to generate a piece of design work. Well, our designer does use a custom plant schedule. Let's look at it quickly. It's of course generated by plant schedule custom content, and he includes the symbol. It doesn't include the markers, doesn't include the type, does include the code, and you'll see why in a moment. No pot size, botanical name and common name are both there, and the common name is under, and there's the height, and he simply draws the schedule, so it's been drawn and updated, and it's been drawn in the current font. I'm going to change my text styles and put Arial Narrow as our current font, because this drafter doesn't want any queries from his clients about plant identification. So he's given the symbol and the code, and he will come back here and then use gCADPlus plant schedules and apply a code to the center of all selected symbols. So he grabs all of the symbols and hits the enter key, text type 0.7, and unselect all, and now they've gone in, all of those have gone in, but we do have to make the auto label visible. So you can see in goes the labels for each individual plant symbol. So his clients should have no difficulty whatsoever in identifying the plants that he's going to use in his design, and he's got a list of plants that he needs for the design, and they can of course be written out quite simply by picking extract schedules and extract the plant schedule off to Excel, which makes a list which gives him a pick list for executing this design. So I found it an intriguing approach to quickly generating a design with a focus on what the construction team needs. Well, if we zoom in on this area through here, you'll notice that the crepe myrtle there has had a transparency associated with it, as have quite a number of the other symbols, to give him a more sort of hand-drawn, softer look to his designs. He's aware that it's not easy to and not possible to print to a high-quality PDF writer when you apply some transparency, and he prefers to pump out PDF plans quickly and easily to his clients. So he does that by simply using File and Save as a PDF, putting a window at around the box and then writing it off. Well, let's do just that. So I'll OK, having set area to window and level to high, and I'll pop a window around the area I want to print. Let's hope we get something similar to his, and we've called it right off to. I'll just rehearse that. Right off to save, and the image gets saved to a PDF file. Let's look at it in full screen view or full screen mode, and I'm relatively happy with that as a final result. The red line you see around here is my recording box, but we should be able to zoom in a little, and that level of resolution, while not as good as a professional PDF writer like gCADPlus, does print these transparency, and it's very, very quick. That can be emailed off to the client.